Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is going to be more in the style of a live stream, although I'm not brave enough to live stream as of yet. But because I'm in self-isolation, and I hope everyone else is in self-isolation and taking the control of this situation very seriously in stopping the spread of coronavirus, we're all inside. So I just thought, if you'd like to hang out with me, we're going to be doing some stuff on the bench. Today I'm going to be working on my Inferno Squad helmet. I've done quite a lot of troops in this guy and he's holding up pretty well. It's pretty good. We've got a few cracks here and there, but I'm actually going to be doing an upgrade for it, and it's a very nice little upgrade, and I'll show you what that is in a little bit. But yeah, let's get you guys set up so you can see what I'm doing, and let's crack on. So let's move, yeah. So, regular viewers might notice that I actually have a new bench set up here. We've got a lovely new black top to work on, which looks really cool, as well as this cutting mat, which is also very cool. Looks lovely. It's all lovely and new and pristine. This black shows up dust, which I'm not liking, but yeah, looking really good so far. Also, the helmet's really dusty. Do have it up on display on a bust over in the corner, but yeah, this guy is what I'm going to work it on. Now, did this a few years ago. I'm really happy with it. It's got some wear and tear. We've got some cracks. I'm not going to be doing those today, but we've got a little crack over on the ear here. I also did a troop in the summer, maybe last year or the year before. It was probably about 38 degrees Celsius in the shade, and I was in Inferno Squad, which is a whole black costume, and so this got really hot, and I 3D printed this box on the back when we did this costume originally, and it has melted. That's not something we're going to do today, but it's something that I've got to fix in the future. Again, when I did this, we've got some really nice metal discs on the ears. I really love this metal look. And unfortunately at the time, no one did anything to go in here. So what I did when I did these was 3D print these and finish them with a metal paint. I think it was an all-clad paint. But today we're going to be replacing these. I'll just grab them. Now, I picked up a few parts from a guy called the Aluminium Falcon. That's aluminium, not the other way of saying it. But he actually produces, let's come in, some machined aluminium pieces. And these are two aerators for Inferno Squad. I was actually picking up a few bits for my Django costume for the gauntlets. I'm not actually opened that, but there's some little darts in there that are machined. That's what I picked up, and I thought while I was doing it I might as well just go in and get some other bits too. There's some beautiful machine pieces for the pilot chest box, which I have yet to actually finish. I do have the kit for it, but I've not finished that yet. But these are some lovely bits that go on there. Just little teeny tiny bits, but they should add a really nice sort of look to it later on. But he also does these little, I don't know if you call them aerators, or like on Stormtroopers they call mic tips. I don't know. But yeah, he sent me these and we're going to pop them on the new helmet. They are drilled and tapped on the back, so I've got to find a screw. It didn't come with a screw, I was surprised. We've got to find a screw to pop them on and replace these 3D printed ones. So, let's start. We're going to have to drill this, I think, eventually, but I think I just super glued these on before. So I just kind of want to see if they'll just, probably glue them quite well, but I want to see if they pop straight off. Oh boy, yeah, no, I glued them good. Let's go scupper my plan right here. Oh, there we go. Just gonna work them a little bit, see if we can break that glue. Oh yeah, there we go. Wow, I put a lot of glue in there. I think I epoxied these in then. These would not come out on their own, that's for sure. Yeah, I really glued these in good. Look at all that epoxy back there. That was good. That was really glued in good. There's a lot of residue in here now, actually. This was unexpected. I don't think I glued these in that well. But they obviously did a good job. Oh, when I was doing it before. So let me get this epoxy out. We'll see. Let's just try offering these new ones up and seeing what happens now. Okay. There's the old one and there's a new one. Now I actually modelled these and printed these, but like size-wise, I didn't do a bad job. I don't think it's very close. I believe this one is slightly more accurate. But yeah, overall, it's pretty damn good size-wise. So, see about getting. Oh, these new guys are gonna look real cool. Look at those. That's gonna be brilliant. Now, yeah. So these didn't come with a screw. So I've got to see what I've got. And if that'll be suitable. If not, we're going to be a little bit stuck. I hope these are small enough. Alright. I've got some socket cap screws up here. And I actually have one the right size. That screws in nicely. Whether it's long enough, I don't actually know. Because I don't know if these are going to sit all the way back in there. It's quite far back, but we've got to get some holes marked out and drilled in here. So two of those guys. That's good. Could do with some washers. I don't know if I have any washers. I don't think I have any here, but I'm going to go and raid Dad's garage and see what he's got. Dad's a builder by trade, so hopefully he's got something. Be right back. Now I have had to just nip to the shop to get some more screws and bolts, and this is important. Like, even though we are self-isolating, sometimes we have to nip out to get things, and it's just important that we practice good social distancing when we're out here. And I think a lot of people are at home at the moment, and yeah, it is busy here. I'll show you. I think a lot of people are doing DIY, so a lot of the shops are very busy. But I think we just got to practice good distancing if we do have to pop out. I've literally just popped out and bought these. I'm gonna go back, of course, gonna wash my hands and do everything like that. So as long as we just keep our distance from people as much as possible, I think that's the best idea. Got my stuff. So I'm back with the saw, as I said, doing my best to keep social distancing practices. But yeah, if we do have to go out and get stuff, like we all do, it's just being extra careful, washing hands, staying away from people in general. I mean, some of us do that as much as possible anyway. But no, it's like actually physically keeping away from people when outside in queues, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully in here, which we now have a lot of washers, bought some bolts too. They have the bigger head on them. Hopefully this will help when getting out a washer, but I'm hoping there's a bolt in here the right size. So open this guy up. Okay. The rest in there. I'm looking for one that matches my other one. It's that guy. should fit my aerator. I only bloody do. Excellent. And now just to find a washer that's going to help with that. The whole reason I'm doing this is because I don't want the bolt to tear through the plastic. This ABS is quite good, but it does crack, and when I tighten the bolt in here, I don't want it to just crack it and fall straight through and make an even bigger hole. So that's why we need the washer on there. Let's have a look. It's gonna fit. Yeah, that one's good. I think the bigger the better. We could actually double some of these up. Yeah, let's have the bigger one. Excellent. Okay. Now we have spares. A lot of spares. Put these guys away. Find a home for you later. Might have to cut these new bolts down, they're quite long. These were probably the right size, but we can find out. We're going to put these guys away. Where I got them from. Right. 2 aerators, 2 bolts, 2 washers. Oh, incidentally, if anyone would like the old ones, just let me know. You're welcome to have them. Obviously they're, you know, painted and weathered, and they got some glue on the back which you can cut off, I guess. But yeah, if you'd like some of these for an Inferno Squad helmet or a tie helmet or whatever, just let me know and I guess I'll add some shipping to you. I'll figure out how these are going to be going in here. Let me do, guys. Okay. Hopefully you can see better. Yeah, we're going to work out how to get these sitting nice and square in here. I'm going to work out where to drill a hole. Now, might be able to do the old trick with a pen, a white paint pen. I do have a white paint pen. There we go. So, I don't know how well this will work. We'll try it out. Cover that screw before it dries. I think honestly we can probably, it's not going to work. Okay, scratch that idea. Don't need you. I think I can probably guess where the middle is on here, to be honest. You can see there's some good epoxy in there, but I'm pretty sure if I just drill in the middle, they're going to go and find it can, but just try, to be honest. Okay. So, need a drill. My set here. A lot of these are broken. A new set, really. Pretty sure I snapped this one before. It was big enough. That should do it. Should be pretty easy to drill through here, even with this incredibly blunt drill bit. Pretty easy. I'm dealing with a crack. There's a little hole. The epoxy pulled out a hole on the side, so I'm kind of working around that. I've got these really decorative tubes in here. I really like how these look in here. They make the helmet look more legit, but I think they're going in the way. Yeah. So that's the screw in there, but look. We need to make this screw way shorter to get him cinched down in there. So let's do that. I've actually got the old ones out again, the old bolts that is, and tried using them as a gauge for the depth, And these are a little short and these are a little long, so we've got to cut off probably about half that distance just to make these ones work. So let's just cut that off with a hacksaw and see how we get on. Don't really want to mark my new bench, so we'll be careful. Oh, this guy's hot. Okay. Just knock the top off of that. Let's try them out before we cut the other one. Let's try the first one out. This tube is just right in the way. It's right in the way, and rather annoying. I just want to just pull it out, but then it's doing it pretty well. So. Alrighty, so got a little bolt sticking out. Let's try turning this guy down. That is just about perfect. Oh, it looks so good. Look at it. Oh, okay. So this next side's got all that glue, but oh my god, this side's way harder to get to. Now we do need to trim a bit off the second one too. Don't need this guy anymore. Great. I recently invested in having some blue towel around where I work. Very useful. Dust and stuff. A few washers. Not only are these spreading the load, like I said, but they are actually taking up a little bit of that slack and spreading the load. Here we go. Number 2. This is feeling great. It's nice and tight. Look pretty even. I know the sculpt isn't even on here, which on sort of the actual Inferno ones, they evened it all out like they did with Rogue One. But so this, see, it's one side slightly more pinched than the other, but they both look like they're in the same depth. They both look fairly level, so I'm kind of happy with that. They look fantastic. Yeah, look at that. Oh, there's the old one, and there's the new ones. But of course, I think they look far too clean. So I think I'm going to use my favourite water mixable oils, and I think it's time to weather these back a little bit. Just add a little bit of age in there, a bit of use, and yeah, that should tie it all in nicely, because this helmet's pretty battered with the paint job. You know, I did all this weathering and stuff when I did it before. So let's tidy away all these bolts and stuff, and we'll do some paint. So I swapped out my cutting mat to one I actually don't mind getting paint on, because I don't want to mess up my new one. My new one looks really cool, and I like using it for photos and stuff. So I'm going to go in my paint drawer. I do have acrylics, and I often use acrylics, but for today I'm going to be using these. Acrylics, they'll dry 10-20 minutes, easy, thoroughly dry. These ones, I've learnt when I use them in washes, like I do, will take about a week to dry inside, you know, room temperature. So it'll take a little while, but we're not worried. I'm not in a con crunch, and we're just going to take our time painting as well, because I'm not in a rush. So let's have a look. We're going to get a piece of scrap. Oh yeah, I already used this one for painting too, but with acrylic. So we've got a piece of scrap. It can be our palette. I keep essential things in my Star Wars mug. So I keep my sort of flush cutters, pliers, pens, just sculpting tools, but also just raggy brushes. So whenever I need to do any weathering like this, just grab a really crappy brush. Really doesn't matter. We don't even need water really. Especially for this, we're just going to mix them up and get it in there. These water mixable oils get a really good mechanical greasy look, and when you squeeze it out, it does in fact look like horrible greasy oil. Good thing is we can clean the brush with water because it's water mixable oil. Of course, just general oil paint will get the same effect on the prop, but oh, that was a bit more runny. What we want to do is get some on there. I find watering this down doesn't actually help when you're painting. I'm going to mix my black and my brown because I think that's a great colour to use. What we need again is more of this blue paper towel, because what we're going to do is put it on and then just take the paint straight off. So let's get this in there. And I'll just kind of ruin this lovely brand new piece of aluminium. There's no worries about it drying on us now. We'll be able to take off any, if not all of it, if we want to. Just get in there, maybe some more black everywhere, down in the crevices. Just covering it really, getting it all the way covered. There we go. The clean versus dirty. Of course, all we do is fan wiping isn't great. You want to dab. Wiping will leave awful streaks unless you want to take it all the way off, which I do on these top bits. So we'll get rid of all of it. I'm going to wipe a little just to get some of this off, but when you want to leave your finished sort of paint texture on there, you want to be dabbing that off. I'm going to get down in behind where I've put it. Obviously the idea is that where you can't clean is where the dirt's going to accumulate. But you want to do a decent enough job of cleaning it off so it doesn't look shitty and forced. Hope everyone's getting on with their own projects during this quarantine time. Yeah, that's looking a little better. You can see how much more of this one you can actually see. Look, I mean, you can see the difference there. The new one and the weathered one. You can just see all the rings and the lovely detail on here, whereas this one just kind of washes out too much. You're going to take this back a little more, but you get the idea. Yeah, do let me know down below what you guys are working on, especially if you're in self-isolation like me. Be interesting to know. Hopefully some of you are working on your £20 lightsabers for the challenge that I'm running over on Instagram. Do go and check that out if you haven't already, but you've got until the end of this month, March 2020, to build your own lightsaber for £20 or about 25 US dollars or equivalent wherever you are in the world, and enter, and then you'll be within a chance to win. Oh, he's over there. The Stormtrooper helmet, a Black Series Stormtrooper helmet, that's the first prize. So it's a pretty good prize. So do consider entering. Just weathering up this second guy. Also let me know what you guys are watching, because I've been watching Netflix, and I know we've all been told to not watch too much because we're going to break the internet. But yeah, let me know any recommendations. I have been watching Clone Wars. Clone Wars is very good so far. I really enjoyed it. I thought the last episode was episode 5 with Ahsoka, where we see Ahsoka once again. I mean, the episode was alright. It didn't really... Nothing really happened. I imagine these are some friends that she might keep for a while, so it was good to see her introduced to those new guys. But nothing really happened, if we're honest. I'm a big Clone Wars fan, and if you know me, it's my favourite era of Star Wars. I love all the clone stuff. I've got my dream of having a lot of 212 helmets, which I've got a lot of kits for, and I've done a couple already, which of course you can go check out. But there we go. Oh, they're looking brilliant. Now you can actually if I want to come back to this, I've got, you know, up until that week really to come in and take more off or add more on, but overall I think that's looking pretty good. And for a quick little mod on the bench, I think we've done okay. I think we've done okay. I think it looks great. Like I said, there's really nothing too strenuous about the weathering. It can be really fun just to weather things and pop them back, but I am really happy about that change up. Look! Oh, it looks so much more legit. Got the lovely ear ones too, which are metal, and now we've got the front ones too. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, that looks great. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, this helmet is so comfortable too. Just not only the way I've padded it, but it's so big inside, there's so much room. And I've got motorcycle padding in here, and it's so comfy. This is my favourite costume to wear, I think. Just because the whole costume is very comfy. And yeah, vision's pretty good in here. You can see quite a lot. Everything's red, obviously. But I think I can actually get my glasses in here too. Yeah, so much room. I can fit my glasses under here too. And see much better. I've got mesh over the eyes and the lenses are red, so it does limit your vision a little bit. Yeah, other than that, yeah, that's a real good addition to this helmet. Oh. I was looking forward to wearing this helmet at MCM London in May, but of course all the Comic-Cons have been cancelled, or cancelled, postponed, moved till later in the year. Hopefully we'll be able to do that then. Yeah, this guy, I haven't been out to a convention for months, since summer last year, so I'm itching to put some stuff on again and get out to a con. As I said, this is my favourite one to wear out. Not only is it so cool looking, but it's my most comfortable costume too. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this little foray into kind of live streaming. If it's the kind of thing you'd like to see more of, just do let me know. And yeah, stay safe everyone. Try and occupy yourselves without endangering others during this period of uncertainty out in the world. Yeah, you just got to be careful and treat others how you'd like to be treated yourself. I hope you enjoyed watching, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. And until then, take care. Bye bye.